A couple of the people I know have had some questions regarding some of the loot containers available in the Orokin Spy mission on Pavlov, specifically with Vault C. Their concerns are basically along the lines of they can see some storage crates on the minimap but just can't reach them, or in another case, there's a storage crate on the minimap which just doesn't appear to be there at all. First, we're going to have a look at the storage crate that doesn't appear to be there at all, because it does actually show up, but after a set amount of time, it actually disappears. You encounter it just beyond the door after the first golden pressure plate you face, which is just around this corner. Now you can try and run past the lasers on the left hand side, but I always feel taking the great shortcut is always a lot easier. But yeah, here it is. This is the first golden pressure plate of the C Vault in the Orokin Spy, and if you look closely you'll see the container is actually there in the middle. However, what happens is when the door at the end there closes, the container disappears. That, however, doesn't mean it's gone forever though, since if you loop back round, you can actually step on that golden pressure plate behind the door again, go through and try and have a go at collecting the crate again. The other issue regarding unreachable storage containers is actually at the end where the data terminal is. So we're just going to fast forward through this and I'll meet you back there. Okay, we're back here at the console, and if you look at the minimap, you can see the containers in question, which are behind the walls. And the deal with the walls is they are actually timed doors. You've got to be a bit quick to actually make it here in time, but if you like to take your time and be cautious with the spy missions, there's a good chance that the doors are always going to be closed by the time you get here. Anyways, if we go and head back to the golden pressure plate, we can now find that the container in the middle there, after we go through here, because the door at the back there is already shut, this time the container's not going to disappear. So you have all the time in the world to break it and claim your reward. More often than not, it's, as you can see, not worth the effort. Occasionally you will find a mod in there, but not too often. Now we come to the timed doors with the storage crates behind them. Now, the timer for this activates as soon as you go into the sort of intact realm and activate the first console here. And now the timer for the doors has effectively just started. I pause here, and on the right hand side of the screen you can see the door rising up here. And this means you've got to start moving fast in order to get to it in time. On some frames you will have some leeway, but I personally take it a bit slow and cautious here, so I don't make it with a lot of time to spare, in all honesty. Now, there's probably a more efficient method of getting to the main data console in time, but this happens to be my personal route of choice. Whichever route you do decide to take through here though, you'll need to be relatively fast to make it to the doors in time. If you're quite good with the parkour system, then you should be able to make it with plenty to spare. Otherwise, you may find yourself cutting it rather fine. Either way, this is personally the bit which I feel is the most likely to set off the alarms, especially if you're rushing through it. But luckily managed to get through there without any problems. Okay, and we're here. Not a lot of time to spare as the doors are closed, and to actually mark it as you've made it, you actually need to stand up on those little platforms to cause the doors to rise up again. But once you've done that, assuming you've not tripped the alarms, you'll have plenty of time just to hack the console without any interruptions.
Excellent work. A clean
and there you go, loot is yours. As you can see, the doors are now slowly rising up, signaling that I've sort of beaten the little time door puzzle. While we're here, most people probably know about bursting the volatile container to break open the door in the real world, or the intact realm, but the Void Rift here is sort of glitched, as where the Void Rift hitbox isn't exactly in the same position as the Void Rift you used to go through the portal. As such, this was somewhat confusing on my first time through here. Hopefully they'll fix this glitch, but otherwise, just keep that in mind. Anyways, I think that about covers it. So, until next time, take care, and I'll see you all later.